Hello, welcome, and welcome to the channel. We're here to do replay analysis. I got asked by Hage here. He asked me to do replay analysis on his 1v1. I'm personally not really a 1v1 player, but I can give a few pointers since he's, I believe, a gold or a plat in ones, as well as his other ranks, primary diamonds. But let's just hop right into it. So this is the beginning here. I'll try using my pencil if I spot anything. So he posted this up on YouTube for me because I'm doing this all by phone. He makes a great mistake there and he throws. He tried to make a tight angle on the shot, but he didn't really make it. But honestly, he actually had the upper hand if he would have controlled it to the corner and then made a shot, maybe. Free goals, it happens at that rank. Good job to maintain pressure. Almost steal the boost. See, right here, I would have... Let's see if we can go back here. So he goes back. Right here, you're just braking. You actually don't really need to go any further than that. So actually, if you actually would have just... I'm going to draw like a little mini diagram, but if you actually came up... so you kind of back off here a little bit. So at the spot I would have just kept going. So you actually braked. Ugh. So he braked, or you braked, and it forced him to like throw it away. I would have just kept going up this wall here. Like, just pretend like this is the wall right here. And I would have kept going this way and avoiding the bump. And then over here, you could have got a clean car or a clean ball possession. Turn around the corner is not exactly smart. Never try to turn around the corner unless he's way back, like way back here at mid boost, or he's not threatening a challenge. If he's staying back there, then you can turn around. But otherwise, I would have ran up the wall, had him hit it towards you, and then just drove around and grabbed the far boost and maybe take out the field, and it's a free goal, right? But anyways, let's continue that. That's one little mistake here. Yeah, it leads to a goal. Yeah, it says down there. I was trying not to go over too many stuff, but kick off the right way. Grabs boost. Oh, that's not the touch I bet he was hoping for. Okay, right here. That's kind of dangerous. Let's see if we can back this up again. So you take it in the corner. It's smart, but if you would let it roll down right there, you could actually let it roll down, and you actually could have went this way and tried rolling the ball up here. And if you would actually, like, if I get rid of that, so if you back up a little bit, like pretend that before you even touch the ball, so let's take it back to where you didn't even touch the ball. A minute right here. So right here, you didn't even have to touch the ball. You could have just let it roll down to your left. And because you got lots of space, right? You don't have to touch it. Unless you're trying to really speed up the play, but you don't really have to in the lower ranks. Usually less is better below diamond. So I would let the ball roll down here and just continued on with my play. I wouldn't have touched it right there. And you make another mistake here, is that when you throw away possession, 1v1 is actually, what I learned, is a lot about shadow defense. So the smart thing would have been to do is to go up here and collect these boost pads and then start to shadow them. You kind of fake them like you're challenging, and then you do a fake challenge, you go back, right? Don't get too close where he can go behind you. But it's good to get that pressure on so that way he doesn't come up on you. Like, let's see what he does like that. There's a lot of space here. I don't know why you're backing up from boost. You already grabbed it. Yeah, he made a bad play here. And he actually could have got a goal. Actually, in the higher like diamonds, you actually get punished for giving too much space like that. So That's something I would watch out for. When you accidentally throw the ball away, don't try to always go for it if they're not near, if they're just going to try catching it, but do a fake challenge enough where if they do hit it towards your net, you can still catch it, because you're trying to make them give away possession, right? Because you give away possession, and you know, and if you do come back, right, like he makes a bad shot on net here, but if you would have stayed close, he would have felt more threatened, and you would have kept him close to the wall and maintained boost management. I see your boost management's kind of a little rough here. Good avoid on the demo. Good boost grab. Good to stay safe. Right here, you could have been a little more patient. Like right here, you kind of just dived right in, right? You don't really necessarily need to dive right in here. He left the ball for you. He threw it away to you. So you could have rotated more right here. Let's see if I can back up. Pause it at the right moment here. So right here, I wouldn't even boost it right here. I would have kept all my boosts. He's not threatening, right? He's on the backboard. He's got full boost though, right? So you can't really make a straight on shot. So what you got here is two options. You can go slow here, and you can go to the right and do a pop. So as it rolls to the left, go along with the ball and then cut right so you can go behind him. That's a terrible diagram. So you would go right here, kind of catch the ball, roll it to the left, and he would be up here. And you would get him to force him to go way out here. And then you'll try to cut right here, power slide cut, and have it go up here maybe. That'd be one option instead of hitting away. The second option is you can't really hit backboard, because if you try to hit backboard, he's already back here, so he can just clear it to his next boost, so that leaves you vulnerable right away, right? Shadow defense. The other option would be to tap it right, hit it right off the wall here, and then have it come out center for you. And if he challenges that, and he hits it off, always try to maintain being forward, that momentum, and take the boost grab to steal possession again, right? As long as you keep him at low, as long as you keep him awkward and low boost, usually you always have the upper hand, right? So you kind of hit this up. That wasn't a bad touch, but you actually didn't have to go for it. But so good block, good block. And another one right here. You didn't have to boom it away like that. So you make a good 50 here. See right here, you actually didn't have to boom it. You actually could have just sat here and waited. And you actually could have waited here. As you can tell, he's nowhere near over here. Nowhere near. And you got lots of space, right? I feel like I should make this yellow. Make this yellow. Yeah, seems like he'll stand out more. So he's way gone. He's grabbing boost. He's probably way over here, right? Trying to rotate back. You can let this bounce enough, and you can catch it about here, and roll it to your right. Oh, that was bad. So catch it and have the ball roll to your right. Well, this way like this, and then you can make an outplay right here. You can go around the ball, smash it behind him, and then he won't be ready. But that would have been kind of the better outplay, the better decision, safer decision. But you boom right here because it's in the air, right? It's automatic reaction. But so you made that's a really risky commit right there. Like this one is you full-fledged go in. If you would have soft touched a little nicer, that'd been fine. But that was a risky commit, and luckily you beat him. You didn't get punished for it. Usually they always beat. So good hook. Good job going under. So right here there was really no shot unless you're super confident. Otherwise I would have went around and just taken it back center field to get a better shot. Oh, it's not a bad air dribble, but it is still risky, right? As soon as you go in the air, you become vulnerable. So I would have hit it to the right here a little bit. Let's back up here a little bit. I'll try not nagging on the whole video. So right here, I did notice, like if you would have just caught it and had the ball roll this way, and then you could have stayed behind it back here, because he's low on boost, right? You can just roll it in front of him while he goes this way, because he's going to be going that way, right? And as soon as he gets ready to challenge, you can do your hook shot, right? Or the other option is, if like whatever way you feel comfortable, you can actually let it roll this way. And if you want to get more complicated, you can roll it this way and hit it off the side here behind him on the backboard there. Then he'll be awkward and the ball should bounce. So it'll be kind of like a touch here and then back, and then you'll shoot it in again. That's a bad. There you go. And then you'll shoot it in right there, right? But that's, you don't need to go that complicated. It would be better just to roll it this way and then do your hook shot and probably try to place it behind him usually. But still managed to get a goal out of it, so it works out in the end. So you do the corner, you can control boost. There's no need to really touch it there, but it actually kind of worked out. I would have stayed on it right here. Like, even if you did miss it, like, since it's lower ranks, since you booted it right there, it went over his head, and I would have continued going down here. I would have actually went here. You got a little too nervous in the corner. There's no threat behind you, right? Even if he does hit towards the wall, as long as you control boost and your net and your center field, that is your goal, right? If you're controlling corner, it's not really that great, right? So I would actually rotate it this way, because you got a lot of boost, right? You don't need, there's no boost management here. And if he did hit it, he would only hit it over here, right? So my suggestion would have been, if he did come down here, rotate down here, and then come up here, right here. That way, if he does whiff it, like if he touches it, it's fine, right? You got the center field covered. And then if he does whiff it, you also get to turn around, hook here, and shoot if he does whiff it. Since lower ranks do whiff a lot more, but just another mental note here. Yeah, if you would have stayed on it, you probably would have got a goal still. Bad misconception there. You didn't really need a jump here. That's why you got a goal. If you want to secure 50 here, like I would actually maybe flipped into the corner. But taking a 50 is kind of smart here, but I would have left my car sideways here and try to have it 50 either, probably like in this position, have it 50 straight behind me, or hold it right where it's at. That's really the only safe option. Even 15 behind you is not that smart, because you can't reach it as fast if you're comfortable. So I would have kept it still or try to win up the wall so you win the boost grab. So boost grab or hold in the same spot. They're not the worst kickoffs. So here you could have just drove in it and just, those are the things I talk about, like just your regular bounce shots. So you got a lot of space here, and it rolls really nice. I would have just tapped it towards the corner. Man, I keep watching this over and over and over again. I need to learn to pause here. So if, see right here, I would have drove more to the right here, and tapped it and let it hit the wall here and bounce down here. Or not down that low, like up here, right? That way you can grab boost here and you can turn around and take a shot. If it's actually more free than that, like since I'm pretty sure he's like way mid boost here, you could actually tap it and hit the wall here, and then you could actually use these pads and quick shot. I wasn't even worried about the boost either. But that would have been a little smarter play, but you got really, really antsy. It's 1v1, right? It happens. He throws. Always avoid staying under here. So you made a mistake here. So the goal of rotating here is to... See, now he's no threat, right? He booms it. Once you realize here... Oh, he missed, right? My reaction would have been to go over here, because his eye right now is that boost. So as soon as you see him whiff, like that would have been a plain goal usually. But if he, if he does whiff, I would have grabbed boost and then came back around. But it kind of all turned out good in the end anyways. You took the immediate shot. I don't think that really would have worked too much. So it was a decent touch. But I would have made a soft touch to the right here and did another hook shot, right? That's your soft touches. It didn't look like it was open, but he's got good recoveries. Usually you can notice that kind of thing. Unfortunate shot. That's a simple basic mechanic control. And knowing to keep your posture. That was a bit of a hard touch. I feel like you knew that you touched that too hard. You had two open chances here. This is just being able to keep your posture and stay grounded, right? You didn't have to touch that hard. You could have did a light touch and then one more second one, or just a quick shot. Decent 50. Nice drive challenge. That was a good drive challenge. I would have went for maybe the bump and then the boost. Up the wall again. Yeah, I would have hit up the wall. That would have been... Right, that's just simple outplay. If you would just hit up the wall, it would have been fine. I'm not going to go over too crazy here because you know what you're doing. Here and there, I feel like your mindset was in it. Like, you just did it right there, right? So, you know what you're doing is just trying to capitalize on your execution. So, decent stuff. Your defense is alright. Your 50s are pretty decent. I'll try never 50 towards center in 1v1s. Always try to center towards the wall or your corner. They're always your safest bet. Nice shot. It's always good to keep them airborne so that way they get confused and then you still either boost, maybe go for a bump. Always maintain possession. Good thing you didn't go for that boost grab. That was good game sense. He comes in for 50, so you're fine here. I would have drove in a lot earlier and then went to my left and tried to catch it. But that's just practice as it goes, right? And it still works out as a goal, so. Doing more under diamond, trying to like execute more mechanics under diamond, it makes a person kind of mess up a little more. But that's the same with everyone, right? The less things they have to do. See, if you would hit up the wall again right there, like really good and hard, and went to your right, it would have been good again. It does get a little, like, he will notice that stuff happen. Like, he's starting to predict that now. He's starting to adapt. So it doesn't work every time. So sometimes once you do it a few times, you have to start doing it a little earlier or try to switch to a different tactic. And that turns out good in the end anyways. Right on. GG's. I hope that helped. Like I said, I don't play much 1v1s. So, if we had to go back, I would say... Actually, let me pull up my thing here. I'll bring you right back. Alright, so this is what he asked me to do. I would say your shooting accuracy is about 3.5. Actually, I'll just type it in right here. So shooting, I would say 3.5 average. Sometimes you lost your composure a little bit, and you try to shoot right away, and it didn't work out right away. It's just simple practice, right? I gave you the custom pack training. I can give that also into our team, or send you guys it. Aerials, 1v1s, there's a whole not a lot of aerials. I feel like when you did go in the air, you did 1 touches. So I'll probably give this one a 3 out of 5. Just simply, I'm going to change the colors of these actually. Simply just because every time you touched it, it did work out in the end. But if he was to come back, like if he did get that, you're now overcommitted. Like the one air dribble you did 1 touch. And if he did get it, he would have had a counter goal, right? So it could be because you dived in their net. So one thing about 1v1s, you never want to aerial too much where you dive in. If you do aerial and you know you can get over his head or around him, then yeah, but always make sure you try to play for the 50 when you do an air dribble. If you see him like he's going to block it for sure, always try to make sure you do a 50, a 50-50. So that leads over to our 50-50s. I say your 50s are pretty good. About a 4. You made a couple mistakes. I like the one in the center field. You try to center towards the center. I would have went up the wall and maintained boost management. Backwards saves, I say it's pretty awkward for you, but I gave you a custom training pack, so that should help with that for sure. First touches, they're not really that important. I don't even know why they're on this list, but I guess I'll give those a 4, right? But I just like, yeah. Demos, I didn't really see any demos. I think I saw maybe one demo, 1 or 2. So sometimes, like, some games they're not like that. So, and they always probably need a little practice, right? 3.5 kickoffs. Your kickoffs were pretty decent. I'll give that a 4. I didn't really see too much wrong with your kickoffs. Just when you're done with your kickoff and it was in your possession, you always seem to hit it away right away. Your coverage were pretty decent. You know what? I'm gonna give that one like a 3.8 because that one might need a little work, but it just comes with speed, right? Every time when you go for good examples, when you go in the air and you hit it towards the wall, but it's floating up slowly. Try to land on the wall nice, and if you got space, drive down the wall. Right? It's just knowing how to recover after everything, like shadow defense. You hit it to your corner, and then you recover in your corner, and you take your boost. You maintain possession. Your boost management, it was all right. I would say you definitely probably need to work on that a little better. Same with dribbles and flicks. I feel like you definitely need to work on your dribbles a little more. Try not to just booming it away. Otherwise, it was a pretty strong game. The other player made some mistakes here and there. I wish I had the replay myself where I can switch between players and all that, right? But this is what we have to deal with. But I hope that was satisfactory. I hope this helps you in your 1v1 games. If you want to do this more in the future, I can do a 2v2 videos or 3v3 videos. Those are my main game modes. But anyways, thanks everyone, and have a wonderful day.